So I want to talk to y'all about mental health, because we talk about the gym all the time. That's all I see on my timeline, the gym or working out. And we damn sure talk about religion and spirituality and praying to God. But let me tell you something. You see somebody get their head blown off in front of you, or you got abused as a young child, trust and believe it did something to your mind, man. It could have gave you a mental illness you don't even know you had. And it's real. We don't talk about it in the black community. And I watched this video with this guy saying, well, it's taboo. That's why we don't talk about it. I don't agree with that. It ain't taboo. For it to be taboo, I mean, I got to believe in it. I mean, I got to think it's real. And we don't talk about it for whatever reasons, because it's sexual or it's freaky or whatever. That's taboo. People don't even believe mental health illness is real. You could be in poor mental health and not know it. And we dismiss it as crazy or just go pray. You'll pray. Listen, that's not going to help. So I'm going to give y'all some symptoms to look for. Not to diagnose anybody. Only a mental health specialist could do that. Somebody like a psychiatrist or a social worker or a mental health specialist or somebody who deals with mental health. We're going to go over some symptoms to look for so you can identify somebody that might be suffering from poor mental health. Mental illness is real. So how do you identify symptoms of mental illness or poor mental health? One symptom is, and this is what you want to do before you start looking for symptoms. You want to make sure you do it carefully. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to make sure you want to make sure that you're not mistaking just regular emotions with a symptom. Like, it's nothing wrong with being angry. You know what I'm saying? Anger is a natural emotion. Somebody do something make you mad, you angry. And the Bible say Jesus got angry and threw the false prophets out the temple. Get out of here! This fake sculptures and you know what I mean? He was angry. It says in the Bible, God is a jealous God. So jealousy, anger, it's not wrong with that. You want to look for unfounded anger. You know what I'm saying? Just outbursts of rage, and it comes out of nowhere or for no apparent reason. It's unjustified. And you ask the person, you know, why are you angry? Why are you irritated? And they don't know. They don't know. Boops used to say that all the time. I don't know why I'm mad. That could be a symptom of poor mental health or mental illness. The same with sadness. Nothing wrong to be sad. It's not wrong with being sad. Somebody died, somebody close to you died. You're going to grieve, you're going to mourn. And you might stay like that for a long time. You know, so I lost somebody close to me. I stayed sad for a long time. You know what I'm saying? That's natural. But it's also natural to eventually shake that, and you get, you know, you're never the same, but you bounce back. But some people can't. Some people, it rocks their brain like, and there's a disconnect. And you can have a mental illness and not know. You can be in poor mental health and not know it because somebody died, and you're going about your day, and you can't shake this sadness. Every day you sad, you sad, you sad. That could be a symptom of a mental illness. And so these are other signs to look for. Those are most commonly associated with bipolar disorder and depression. Another symptom of somebody who's in poor mental health, somebody that's easily agitated, irritated all the time. It's irritating. Yeah, what's wrong with you? I'm just irritated. Why? What's wrong? Why are you irritated? I don't know why, I'm just irritated. That sound familiar? You know somebody like that? All the time they're irritated, or they're easily distracted, or they can't get sleep. You know what I mean? They can't just seem to get to sleep. They can't focus. You know what I'm saying? They seem anxious. They even might suffer from like muscle tension and just, you know, fast heart rate. That may be a sign of somebody who has an anxiety disorder. You know what I'm saying? Another symptom to look for is somebody who's always thinking people are talking about them or watching them or looking at them. You say that, everybody know that person at work that's like, so looking at me. They always looking over here. What they looking at over here? They talking about them. Think that everybody watching you, or think that everybody talking about you. You know, like you paranoid almost. And sometimes people are looking at you, and they talking about you too. But it ain't always bad. Maybe you look familiar. You know, so maybe you look like somebody they used to know, somebody they loved once and they lost. Who knows? Think about it positive instead of always. Well, you know, that's how people lie. But anyway, you know, they staring at me, they looking at me, they watching me. Even on I see it on Facebook. You put up a funny meme and somebody inbox you. Was that about me? You was talking about me just now when you put that meme up? Like, calm down, relax. That could be somebody who's suffering from paranoia, paranoid delusions. You thinking stuff in your mind. You're creating scenarios that's not real. But the thing is, the person thinks it's real. And these symptoms and stuff is brought on by stress, traumatic stress. So they don't even realize they sick. In the mind, they are sick. They think something happened that's not even real, y'all. It ain't even real, and in their mind, it makes it real. And they're not crazy. That's what we got to stop doing. We got to stop labeling people as crazy. They're not crazy. They just need help, and they don't even know they need help. And so those are some symptoms that, like I said, you can't diagnose anybody. You can peep it out. I peeped that. You just see what he did? That looked like, keep watching. You might see some other symptoms. And then if it persists and it don't go away, that person might need to go seek some type of treatment. I want to talk about schizophrenia for a minute, because I feel like Hollywood really gave people who suffer from schizophrenia a bad rap, man. Like, everybody not the six personalities, and in any minute you ready to go do a murder spree and kill a bunch of people like Jason and Friday 13. And that's not true, man. You know, if you got schizophrenia, you're not crazy. But you do hear things that other people don't hear. You do. You just hear stuff that other people don't hear. You know what I'm saying? But it could be as non-violent and harmless as music. It could be a melody, a beautiful melody. You at work, nobody else hear it. But that could be a problem if you at work and you hear music in your head and you're supposed to be driving a high-low and you hear melody, and somebody, hey, Johnny, you know what I'm saying? That don't mean you crazy or you did that on purpose. Something wrong. You know what I'm saying? I should have did that. That don't mean it. That's the same thing. We got to stop. You crazy. But I just meant something wrong up here. You know what I'm saying? And it could even be as severe as, you know, you see your friend talking to somebody who ain't nobody there. There's nobody in the room. We walk in and they having a full-blown conversation, but ain't nobody there. And I ain't gonna lie, like that could be a little freaky, you know what I'm saying? But you always want to remember to be supportive, you know what I'm saying? So you see your friend talking to somebody, ain't nobody there, you know, don't freak out. Just, you know, hey, what's up? You know, who you talking to? You know, this Johnny. I don't know how you play. I probably would play it like, hey, what's up, Johnny? All right. And then I told my homeboy, like, man, let's take a ride, bro. You want to roll, you and Johnny? And then once we on our way to the car, I'm like, text him, hey, we gotta get the dog to the doctor quick, bro. Quick. He got here, man. Hey, what's up? He be in the car. I'll be driving to go get my man some help. Instead of calling him crazy, I'm going to get him some help. But the whole time I'm texting, bro. Hey, Johnny, you straight back there? You want some to drink? Johnny said he wants some to drink. Hey, man, my man got an imaginary friend who an alcoholic. This dude got super issues. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm joking, but at the same time being serious. Like, be supportive. You know what I'm saying? Don't dismiss it as he just crazy, because it could persist and it could get worse, and it can become dangerous for somebody who's suffering from schizophrenia. But it ain't nothing to be scared of. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all still listening, man? I hope this information can help somebody. I'm really trying to help, man. All right, so I'm going to give you another symptom to peep, to look for. You know what I'm saying? Peep game. If somebody might be mentally ill or in poor mental health. It happens. So another symptom of mental illness is any erratic or unusual behavior. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean under the influence at a party, you intoxicated. I mean sober mind at work, you acting like you almost intoxicated. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference between being confident and being disinhibited. And disinhibited, you have no trepidation, no fear, no regard. You will say whatever. The boss right here, your co-workers around, you talking crazy. I actually know a guy like this, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna say his name. I'm not gonna say his name, but you would think that he was drunk or high, and this dude is sober. And he's saying outrageous stuff. It's almost like he's not conscious aware of his surroundings. And that's you should be able to understand that this is not the setting to say what you're saying. Or it could be a girl who people think she promiscuous. Or she loose, because she sleep with a lot of guys. I mean, she sleep with a lot of guys. And she don't use no, but she having sex raw, unprotected, you know what I'm saying? She getting in cars with strangers. She bringing strange guys home. She just acting crazy. You like, what's wrong with her? You acting crazy. she acted crazy, man. She just went off with some strange guy. She's sleeping around. That could be an issue. It's nothing wrong with, listen, we grown, man. I don't judge nobody for their sex life or wanting a lot of sex. I love sex, baby. I love sex, baby. But at the same time, you gotta have safe sex. And if you're doing things that's putting your life in danger, like going out with strangers and having sex unprotected, and just that could be a sign of a mental illness. And I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying it could be. And those are symptoms of a number of personality disorders. You know what I'm saying? So that person might want to get checked out. That's your friend, your homegirl. Instead of saying she crazy for just leaving with it. Holla at her, you know what I'm saying? But do it on the way, breathe on the way where, because one thing I noticed, you try to, don't diagnose anybody. Because the first thing you say, when you tell somebody something like, hey man, you acting kind of this, that, and other, they going to try to diagnose you back. Oh, how you, what you mean I'm acting bipolar? And don't tell nobody they acting like a disorder. That's crazy. I'll get mad too. Just say, man, you doing some things I care about you. I can't tell you what to say. But you got to say it in a supportive way where you don't scare the person off. But I'm going to tell you this, if you don't say anything and they don't get treatment, it's only going to get worse and worse and worse. Y'all still with me? All right. So another symptom of someone who might be mentally ill, suffering from poor mental health, is compulsive behavior. Now, it's nothing wrong with having a routine order or a sequence that you like to do things. That's fine, you know what I'm saying? So nothing wrong with being neat and clean. That's fine. Like I love the Boopy, super neat and clean order. She like the towels folded a certain way. She like the blanket fold. That's fine. It doesn't cause problems in our relationship. But what if the issue is if you have to have, so it's almost ritualistic that you have to have these things done in a certain way. The socks have to be facing, the stripes have to be facing out, or the towels have to be hung on the left. If your husband hangs the towels on the right and they have to go on the left, or and you're at work and you can't concentrate, you can't focus on your job, you are stressed out because he didn't, you feel like the rest of your whole day is cursed because that could be an issue because he didn't hang the towels the way you like them hung. And y'all fighting and bickering about towels not hung on the left when they should be hung on the right, or on the right when they should be on the left. That could be the sign, a symptom rather, that could be a symptom of someone who is suffering from OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. So now you might be wondering, can you catch mental illness? And the answer is yes. Yes, you can catch it. I even coined the phrase, you want to hear it? Here you go. All right, it's called MTD, mentally transmitted disorder, and you can catch it. And I'm going to tell you how you can catch it. It's just like an STD, but not in the same manner, but you definitely can catch an MTD. And these are the ways. 1, child abuse, trauma, neglect, or abandonment. So, I know guys who grew up without a dad and they fine. They productive members of society, they cool. And they great fathers to their sons, even though they didn't have a dad. I know guys who grew up without a dad and it bothers them, man. It does, it bothers, it did something to them, not having a father in their life. And they might not go deal with that, and that could turn into poor mental health or mental illness. The second thing that can cause you to catch a mental illness, a MTD, is experiencing discrimination or some type of stigma. Imagine being a straight man and someone that says you're gay, or exposes some information that points and leads that you're gay, and you have to deal with that embarrassment and they put it on social media and everybody sees it and they're like, oh, so-and-so is gay. That's humiliating. Some people can bounce back from that and some people can't. It does something to their mind, you know what I mean? The same way if a woman made a sex tape or she sent nude pics to a guy and this guy posts them all on social media. The embarrassment, the humiliation that the whole world has seen her boobs or seen her naked and nude, and that does something to some people. Can shake it off, some people can't, and it can do something to your mind. Imagine your kid at school getting bullied every day going to class petrified, terrified, ducking around corners, skipping lunch because the bully in there waiting for me, you know, missing his bus. Every day coming home, this kid bullying me, man. That could do something to his mind. That's stressful on a kid, man. Somebody bullying you every day. You can't even learn. You can't even concentrate in school. You look at the clock and you're like, this dude ready to punch my lights out at the class. That's stressful, man. That does something to your mind. It does. And you can ignore it and you see a kid having problems. I know a girl, real quick story, man. And it's a good friend of mine. I'm not gonna say her name. She lived out in Oregon, and when she was a child, she was molested by her biological father. And all through middle school and high school, she was just getting into trouble. Nobody knew why. Like, why are you always in? And she, you know, and it wasn't until she went to prison. She went to prison. And Oregon Correctional State is way better than Michigan, the Department of Corrections, when it comes to mental health care. And, you know, my big bro, Shaka, shout out to Shaka Senor. He could speak to that. He got a book, Right My Wrongs, where he speak about mental health, post-traumatic stress disorder. Charlemagne the Guy got a book coming out. I watched The Breakfast Club. Shout out to The Breakfast Club. Got a book called Shook Ones, named after one of the coldest songs ever by one of the coldest groups, Mobb Deep. Rest in peace, Prodigy. Speaking about anxiety and PTSD, but real quick, this girl, she's in an Oregon prison, and all through middle school, all through high school, she was getting in trouble, and they couldn't figure out. And come to find out, you know, because they do got mental health specialists in Oregon prisons, that she's got post-traumatic stress disorder. She got PTSD, the same disorder that war veterans have, and guys come back from the military and see their guys' heads getting blown off with cannons, and they come back and try to function, and they can't. And you cannot pray that away. You cannot pray to God. You can pray, and I'm not against. Listen, I believe in God, Jehovah God, Jesus Christ. I believe, Amen, saving grace, all that. But faith without works is dead. So you can't sit and pray to get over something that traumatized, that rocked your brain to the core. You seen your man get his head chopped off, or your best friend died, or you were sexually abused. These problems that we have, if we don't go talk to anybody, they will get worse and worse and worse. And that brings me to the reason I even made this video. Those that know me personally on Facebook, you know, me and my girl Boopy broke up. And at first, man, we was having a lot of arguments. I'm not gonna go into the details of why we broke up, but we ended up breaking up. But we was arguing a lot, and I couldn't understand why. She was just like having these mood swings. Like she'd go from high to low. One minute she kind of remind me, and she got a temper. She has a really, she only 5 feet, but she'll fight. And I don't fight when I don't hit women. You know, I'm not gonna stay in a relationship with somebody and she be ready to fight. You know what I'm saying? God bless her little heart, little boopy face, man. That's my baby. I love her. But she got a heart, she got a temper, and she would get angry out of nowhere. And I didn't help. Lord knows I didn't. Dick swinging, hanging from monkey bars. It was ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? But that's I'm a Sagittarius. I kind of act crazy sometimes. Actually, some of these symptoms and things, I ain't on front, y'all. I might need to, I went to the joint. That's why I know my guy Shaka from the joint, man. And I might need to talk to somebody about some things. That could have did something to me that I don't even know. And I act, you know, inappropriately. And I've done things with her. So she's not all to blame. But she definitely was exhibiting symptoms. And I didn't know it at first. I just dismissed it as crazy, like a lot of guys do. And I almost left this girl. You know what I'm saying? I almost left her. I almost said, man, you know, you crazy. But after, you know, I know her. I know she's been in bad relationships, like really, really stressful. Boopy done laid on the bed and cried her eyes out, bawled her eyes out all night over a man. Heartache. I'm talking about heart torn to pieces crying. Man hurt you like no man has ever hurt you before. Lord, this man told me I can't. That does something to you. If you think it don't, a lot of women can bounce back. Maybe they tougher now, maybe they harder. Next time I ain't gonna let nobody get that close to me, and then okay, all right. But that did something to you. You might not realize it, and it could have put you in poor mental health, a state of poor mental health, or gave you a mental illness. And so, and the other thing is, a lot of this stuff is covered by your insurance. You're paying for it anyway. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference between black people and white people. In my opinion, we don't discuss mental health. We don't get our little kids checked out. You know, we smoke and drink and try to medicate it through that way. Or we try to talk to the preacher, man, you know what I'm saying, and try to pray it away. And sometimes you do need to go see a specialist. And everything ain't about getting you doped up on drugs. You know, sometimes it could be, you can find some therapy and fall in love with it. You talking about candles, and they put the needles in you, and they got the ocean playing, or nature, birds, and you fall in love. You're like, this is great. Why didn't I do this before? because you never decided. Man, I did this video and I researched and I looked up because I care about my girl and I want to save her and I don't want to just throw her out like she crazy and dismiss her and start over, man. She a beautiful woman. She's super, super loyal. Loyal, super loyal. She shut guys down. She don't play that. You trying to talk to me, but she's very suspicious and she always thinks things are cheating and so she has issues that she has to deal with. I got issues I got to deal with. I made the video not to criticize anybody, just to kind of shed light on some information that maybe you weren't privy to because you didn't ask the right questions or you didn't bother to do the time. So I did the research for you, and hopefully you could gain something from it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to provide a number or some numbers for you to call, and hope you like the video. Hope it can help somebody. I'm gonna give you updates on Boops. Actually, Boops found somebody. Like, she got a good job. She got good health insurance. And she didn't want to take a class with a lot of people she had to share. That's fine. Whatever. They got free stuff where you could talk in a group. Anger management. I took Cage Rage before. That worked. Certain steps about controlling yourself, controlling anger. Boops wanted to do her own thing, so she found her own little person in Southfield. She want to talk to somebody black. That's fine. They got black, white, men, women. And she gonna be cool. She gonna be chilling on the leather sofa, air conditioned, and she can vent. She can vent. She can tell everything that she's frustrated about, anything that hurt in the past. Maybe things that she can't even tell me or other people that don't even, you know what I'm saying? That's just deep stuff. And you'll be surprised at how it works. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for your time. Hope you appreciate, you know, the information, and you know, let's take care of us. Take care of each other. You know what I'm saying? Man, let's take care of our black women, man. We do things to our women and we leave them and remember back in the day when your mommy say, you kids driving me crazy. Y'all driving me crazy. That's true, man. Not to say that y'all, I don't know, I might have drove my mama. She just put up with a lot. But I love you, mama. But that's true. Somebody could drive you crazy. That saying is true. So, you know, and not crazy, but they could drive you to a mental, that, you know, have poor mental health or give you a mental illness. That is real. So don't play around. We work out in the gym and we do all the other things, but your mental health is just important. Mind, body, soul, man. True gorilla.